Today's tutorial will be on how to make the flower for the flower valance. These are the colors I choose for mine. There's a total of 5 rows, and you can change color every row if you choose to, or maybe you just want to keep a solid color because you're not interested in really sewing in all those ends. If you want to do it in just one color, here's a sample of what that would look like. Still very pretty. With this option, you won't have to sew in a lot of ends. If you want to change colors, there will be ends to sew in. You can crochet over the ends, but even I don't really like to do that. I like to sew in my ends just to make sure that it's secure. So also I want to show you that in this version has been blocked and this hasn't, and you can see the difference that this one still curls up, and if you put them on top of each other you can really see the difference. So you want to block your work when you're done. All the yarn that I'm going to be using for today's flower valance is Crafter's Secret 100% cotton, number 4. Other tools of the trade are 5mm crochet hook, that's what the pattern calls for, scissors, and your needle to sew in the ends. Let's get started. To start the flower, you're going to create a magic ring or a magic circle. You're going to chain 3. That chain 3 counts as a stitch, and into the magic ring you're going to make 11 double crochets. So at the end here, you should have 11 double crochets plus the chain 3, which gives you 12. And you're going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. And the pattern calls for you to fasten off, but you don't have to fasten off if you don't want to. You can just continue with your next color. I fastened off because I like the way that looks better than joining. So it's a personal choice. So you're going to pull that close to close your ring. And I am going to sew in my end, and I like to sew in my end as I go just because at the end I don't like to have all those extra ends. So, and I'll see you, and I'll be right back. So following the pattern, I'm going to slip stitch into any stitch and chain 4. You're going to make a double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, and you're going to continue that all the way around. So here we are at the end, and you're going to slip stitch into the third chain and fasten off. And don't worry that it's curving like that. It's going to start straightening out once you add the following rows. With the green or whatever color you choose to use, you should have a total of 12 stitches. So now you're going to slip stitch into the space, chain 3, and you're going to make 2 double crochets into that same chain space. you're going to make 3 double crochets into the next space. Three double crochet into the next. You're going to continue that, chain 3 into the space all the way around. You're going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 3 and fasten off, or you can just continue with the next color if you just want to join. And as mentioned before, you see that it starts to straighten out, and you should have a total of 36 stitches. And I'll see you right back to add the next color. So you're going to slip stitch into any stitch, chain 3, and you're going to make a double crochet into that same stitch, chain 4, skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to make a double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and 2 double crochets into the following stitch. Chain 4, skip 1 stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and 2 double crochet into the following stitch. Chain 4, and you're going to continue that sequence all the way around to the end. At the end you'll have 2 stitches left. You're going to skip 1 stitch and make 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And you're going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. At this point you should have 12 of these chain 4 spaces, and you should have 4 double crochets together. At this point I'm not going to change colors. You can if you want to, that would be very pretty. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make 8 double crochets into the chain 4 space. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 double crochets into the chain 4 space, and you're going to slip stitch in between the 4 double crochets. And you're going to make 8 double crochets into the chain 4 space. And this pattern you're going to continue all the way around. And I'll see you at the end. and you're going to slip stitch in between the 4 double crochets. I'm going to fasten off. And that is how you make the flower valance pattern. It's really quick and easy, and you can make as many of them as you want. You can make a valance, I don't know, you can make like a runner for your table. You can really do whatever you want with it. So check back for part 2 where I show you how to make half of the flower.